Hello, my niggity noognogs. This is Riflemanjay, founder and CEO of Rifleman Studios. Welcome back to another video where today I am pretty much just going to be talking about Easter events. Now, firstly, I would like to say that I do have my Easter event weapon right here, aka the Muy Famas, as you can see right here. This is what it looks like when it fires. I probably should give it a little bit more editing, just like unshare it and then upload it again with a little bit more detail. But yeah. That's my gun that I'm going to be using to compete in this year's Easter event. So yeah. Other things that I will be talking about during Easter events is pretty much like how they're very rigged, I will say. Because in my opinion, I do think Easter events are very rigged. I think that a lot of players tend to like try to find a ways around like actually like making your own gun and like being talented. Like
triple kill.
They refuse to be artful about like making weapons and stuff like that.
Quad kill.
So that's why they would prefer to just like find a way around, just like either ask people to like make a gun for them or use alt accounts to vote, which is one of the reasons why Easter events are so like they're just like so bad in terms of like competition fairness. There are other people, most of them are actually like talented and creative and actually try to make like any good and like any use, and pretty much just like bust their ass just trying to make a custom weapon, only for it to all that hard work to be just drained after somebody like literally just tries to like find ways around it, which honestly I think in my opinion is extremely annoying, and it pretty much just takes no skill to like hire somebody to make a gun for you. A lot of people usually go for Kuro because he is one of the best artists in CNR. People like Stigs, there are a few other people, Westlations, Balloon have also done it. I mean,
double kill.
It really got on my nerves when they kept trying to do it.
Triple kill.
And those are the type of people that we typically have to deal with during Easter events. A lot of creations can end up being disqualified too, depending on like the scenario of it. So basically, a lot of people can like, oh wow, dude, that's fucking, oh my god, this game is rigged. Look at him.
Defeat.
Oh, whatever, that was bullshit anyways. I don't think damage in this game even counts, but what was I saying? So there are a lot of people that typically would just actually make good creations and other people that would just rig it. Yeah, I think it needs to stop. I think it's extremely annoying. Just like 2020, I can give a few examples, like back in, it was about like 2023, I believe. No, it wasn't 2023, it was 2024. When there were a crap ton of people, like 4 people who tried to hire Kuro to make guns for them. Neither one of them actually made it in the top 15, which was a massive joy to W because, again, they didn't make it themselves, they just got somebody else to make it for them. They either just do it because of either the weapon that's in the game or... yeah, it could be multiple other reasons, especially depending on the weapon, either if it's a forged hammer or a mechanical carrot. a lot of these aren't even like worth grinding nowadays because the last event, well, the 2023 one was just a cape and the 2022 one was just a homeland trophy. Personally, I found both of them pretty like not like worth going for. If it was like a new assault rifle or something, then it'd definitely be something to go for. I think the mechanical carrot was the best one, but I ended up getting the owl bomb instead, which I found, I was like, eh. I mean, it was alright though, because I think I made a map instead of like an actual gun.
Double kill.
Because that's what I mean. Most people nowadays just go for like maps and stuff, not actually, well, no, not weapons, sorry, not maps. A lot of people will just go for maps nowadays instead of just like weapons. Well, I messed that up again. I am so sorry. Most people go for weapons nowadays. Alright? You get my point. And that's why I think Joydu has like made it as weapons ever since then. I believe other creations too, like a lot of them are especially just like very high detailed as well. Those are like usually the winning ones. Those that are like Chinese or Japanese artists, they tend to be like the best artists just because, you know, anime country of art. They're actually pretty good though, and I definitely praise them. So if you ever, I would say like my advice, if you ever run into these type of people, just don't like, try not to like, well, if you ever find somebody that's like trying to rig the event or trying to get a free win by using bot alts, especially if it's an obviously bad creation, then try not to let them win. Just, I would most likely say just report their creation and get them disqualified. I mean, disqualifications happen for a reason, so yeah.
Victory!
Just try not to let that happen. Report any suspicious creations that are out there, especially those that are obviously like bad drawn or that have like many bot alt votes. Because many people typically like vote with their alt accounts to try to get as many votes as they can. Other creations, I would say if somebody like obviously hired them, if they either like hired somebody to make a creation for them, like Kuro, because we all know Kuro's art style, and 4 of those guns during last year's event were obviously from Kuro. Like, who else would it be? But yeah, just, that's all I want to say pretty much, because I feel like Easter events have always gotten super rigged, and it pretty much gives so much annoyance to almost every player who's actually trying to compete and work hard for their creation, because that's pretty much what this stuff is meant for. It's meant for hard work. It's meant for actually like expressing your art and, yeah, making good art. Just like you do in Season, even though there are people that would ask others to grind Season for them. Grind it yourself. Do it with Easter events, as you do it with Season. But, yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on Easter events? I think they can also be very good, but they're also very rigged. But, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about them. But either way, that is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you niggity noognogs enjoyed, and I will see you again in the next one. Peace out.